Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your September 2025 Intuitive Tarot reading. Really looking forward to jumping into this for you. Before I do though, if you are a regular returning for another reading, welcome back, Sag. Great to have you here again. If you are a newbie, welcome. My name is Bronya. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. And yeah, welcome to the channel. Welcome to our community here. Now, if you do enjoy this reading either way, please do like, share, comment. Most importantly, hit the subscribe. I mean, we all say that because it does support the algorithm. It does support the channel. It helps the readings keep coming. But what I would really love also is if you drop me a comment and let me know where you're tuning in from. I really enjoy to learn where everyone is based. And yeah, it helps me connect with your energy, and I'm as interactive as I can be in the comment section. All right, Sag, let's jump on in. So I went back through your 2025 year ahead reading we posted here for you on the channel and pulled out your September energies. I will link the reading at the end of this one if you want to jump into that. Now you had the Strength card and the Six of Wands. Okay. We have a Leo energy coming through here. You might be dealing with one, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But it feels like you might be trying to get the courage or bravery to move forward with something. Six of Swords, move away from something for others of you. The Six of Swords is transition. And I see someone here who's heading into the fog, like as in into the unknown. We can't see what is through there. Someone who's not taking any possessions or not taking anything from the past. Maybe you are starting a new journey here. Sometimes the Six of Swords is associated with relocation, whether that's, relocating neighborhoods or homes or further afield travel. You could be moving on from, a painful, relationship or from a toxic workplace. I see the Three of Swords here, which could mean that there are two things, or there's a double-edged sword here, a double situation to leave. For example, if you're, leaving a workplace, you might be leaving dear colleagues as well. If you're leaving a relationship, you might be leaving that and a home you love. But, for some of you, this is moving towards. So we'll unpack it a bit more. It feels like you are unlocking a new potential, though, Sagittarius, through this. And you're following your higher self guidance, not the fear, the inner beasts, the worry, the ego, the pride, all of the shadow aspects here of the Strength card. Okay, let's get your Oracle card out. And we have... Your hard work is paying off. New Moon in Capricorn. That's interesting that, we've got the Capricorn energy here, which, is the devil card, and I see the angel and the beast here. So that's sort of the devil energy here. And maybe you've overcome some of your own shadow here, or you've been integrating that. Maybe that's the work that you've been doing. Other Capricorn themes can be very much our physical, tangible home, resources, work, career, tangible milestones here. It feels like you have been doing some work or preparation for this transition, and you're being told here it's going to pay off. Let's get the rest of your cards out, Saggy, and then I'll meet you back here for the read. Okay, Sagittarius, these are your cards. This is your spread for September. Wow, we've got some very strong themes coming through. We have major choice or decision energy. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Lovers, also a powerful choice card. We've got Akashic Records. There's destiny playing out here. We've now got the King and Queen of Pentacles. The Capricorn, the Taurus energy. Might be dealing with one of those signs. Also Gemini with the Lovers, a nod to Scorpio with the Death card here. King and Queen of Pentacles, even though they're not your sign here, Saggy, this could be in partnership, whether it's professional or whether we're talking romantic partnership. But of course, the other themes are our work career, what we're growing, what we're really invested in, really wanting to make moves ahead through this transition. And we've also got the Six of Pentacles, so a lot of that. The root of the reading, the bottom of the deck, energy, the Death card, but called transformation in this deck. And sometimes it's less about endings and more about transforming a situation through a transitional phase, through good decisions, maybe through healing for some of you. There's light at the end of the tunnel, even though we can't see where it's all going. All right, well, let's jump in. So in the situational energy, I have the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is, weighing up options. It can be that, you're juggling multiple responsibilities here. You're really in limbo, maybe, in the transitional phase. Maybe you sort of feel like, well, I've kind of taken some steps, but I don't know where it's going. I don't really feel like I've got 2 feet on the ground. I don't know if I'm invested. So the Queen of Pentacles, I always say, like, she's danced with the devil. She's refocused her energy, planted new seeds, and because of that, things are growing, flowing, and flourishing. So I feel that the advice here, either way, is that new energy needs to come into this life area, like whether it's love and relationship, work, career, finance. We're really looking at, bringing in this kind of unshakable belief that what you want is possible here. The Queen of Pentacles is nurture, it's nourishment, but it is from a very grounded, practical perspective. There's also hard work, right? Changing energy, moving forward is work, because we have to do things differently, and as adults that get set in our ways, that can be challenging, right? Sometimes we have to face our own shadows. Sometimes we have to soothe our own inner beasts under control. Sometimes we have to get out of our own way or admit to where we might have been being stubborn or prideful or led by ego. We all do it, no matter how spiritual or enlightened we think we are. We are human beings. We have an ego mind. We can be resistant. May or may not be true for you in this moment, but I am seeing somebody who might be resisting making a big decision here, okay? And when we do that, sometimes the universe gives us a helping hand that might not feel helpful at the time. And I think that's the nod of the Tower in the challenge here. Clarified with the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords is sitting at the crossroads. Sitting at the crossroads or stalemate, trying to weigh up a decision, but being in a state of freeze or inactivity. And your guides are saying, well, no, Sagittarius, September is the month we move forward. Remember in your timeline that you signed up for in this life, remember that highest path, that divine plan, Akashic Records. We're meant to be loading that file now. And so the universe is going to help us along with the Tower. Now, the Tower is not necessarily any type of big catastrophe. It can be an incredible epiphany. You can consciously dismantle your own tower. But sometimes, there are circumstances where our hand is forced, and that could look like the job that you're in, a contract coming to an end, a redundancy, or, like I said, a toxic circumstance where it's like, well, I just can't stay here. In a relationship, it could look like things getting so bad that it's like we either have to address this, go off to counseling, or, do the inner work, or we're leaving it. Just examples. But yeah, I feel like the Tower is the ultimatum. It's the catalyst. Because there's something in the situation that is built on shaky ground, right? The Tower, needs a firm foundation to last the test of time. So the Tower is one of the biggest cards of alignment or realignment in the tarot, and something in the situation has gotten to a point where it's square peg, round hole kind of stuff. So we've got a job. We either need to, get this Tower on the lathe and work the top of it so it's a beautiful fit for the crown, or we need to let it fall. So what's it going to be? It's time to make the choice. The Lovers, Akashic Records, is your advice. The Lovers is a heartfelt choice because there's more on the line here than just a simple decision. Like I said, you could be leaving a job and you leave loved colleagues, or you don't know whether to transition in a relationship. You don't know whether to go for that immigration, or Six of Swords. Do I Do I look elsewhere? Do I start that business? Like all these Six of Swords themes, which are expansion, landing on new shores, wanting more different, more peace than what you have right now, more harmony. And Akashic Records is a really special card. It's an extra major arcana, Sag, in this deck. It's a little bit Wheel of Fortune-y, but it's really the link back to the destined path that, like I said, you've carried with you. It's in our Akashic record of our soul is the life lessons we signed up for, is the key points, the catalyst moments in our lives where we would be shifted, and this is one of them. So what I'm feeling is the universe is not going to let you sit at the Two of Swords for much longer. And if you do, then it's going to bring in the Tower. And like I said, it could just be like a really big epiphany one day and you just go, you know what? Like the day I threw 3 tarot cards on the table, I didn't even straighten them up, and I'm an insane perfectionist, and I just got the message, you've got to film a YouTube video. I'd been reading tarot for 2 weeks, and here I am, full-time in this now. It's just an example, but, you know, when it's time to move, it's time to move, and that's what we have here. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So it feels like something is in progress here already. Like you might be saying, yep, Bronya, don't just say that, you know, I'm sitting at the Two of Swords and I haven't taken any action and I'm not a good decision maker. It feels that you are already assessing, or you've been weighing up, and maybe it's because you have been really analytical, Sagittarius. You like to see the big picture. You like to philosophize about things. But what I think is missing here is the wands, right? The action or the communication, putting the wheels more strongly in forward motion, momentum. Because all energy needs a catalyst to make manifest, to become reality, for energy to turn to matter. King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in the outcome. This is tables turning through being the emperor, that is taking the reins, that is taking control, that is making the strategic moves. The Knot of the Death card, which is the root, the shadow aspect of the reading, is that sometimes we need to know and be able to discern between a situation that's just having a winter, right? It's slowed down, it's not growing, it's a bit dormant, but we know once spring comes, it'll start growing and flourishing, especially if we tend to it, and what is needing to be released. That's what I'm feeling, that could be the decision that you're making. Is it the end of the road? Well, that is for you to decide, but it does feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel. Let's get another layer of info here, Sag. Yeah, 7 of Wands. I feel like you've been in this to win it. I mean, that's the resilient fight. Yeah, 6 of Wands. So now we're getting the wands through. I said they were missing, didn't I? And that's the action, and here we go. Wands, wands, wands. Oh my gosh. Wands, 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 wands. Should we get one more? I don't want to break the streak of wands, but... Oh, okay. 2 of Swords still at the bottom of the deck. All right. It's time for action. And we're in the eclipse season. I forgot to mention that on, well, it depends when you're watching this reading, but on Sunday, on the 7th, we have the full lunar eclipse in Pisces. So I wouldn't make any big decisions until after that is passed. It can be emotional, can be a bit derailing. And then we have the solar eclipse. I think that's in Virgo. Later in the month, and I feel that in a couple of weeks' time, I think between those eclipses there could be quite a lot being revealed for you, and then I think later in the month is the time to move on this. I tend to say that whatever this is, you're working through it, you're not discarding it unless a decision has been made for you. Like I said, if you've been made redundant, that's out of your control. You've got no choice but to move forward. If this is a relationship, though, I see you fighting for it. I don't see you dropping it. Yes, we've got multiple factors here. We've got multiple tension points and challenges to overcome, some of which have caught you off guard. But one of the deeper meanings of the 7 of Wands is that you've got the higher ground. You've got the warrior spirit. You're willing to put up the fight, and it's the very fight that leads to the victory. You know, the Six of Wands, somebody who said, you know what, I am going to acknowledge there's still potential for growth here, and I'm going to claim it. The Six of Wands has a message of out of the darkness, riding forward, head held high in confidence. And I think the darkness is coming out of the rubble of the tower. So yes, we might have had a tower moment, have a tower moment. At the end of the day, we can't just renovate or repair a tower. We have to lay a new foundation, rebuild and rise. Now, that doesn't mean to say that a situation is lost, gone and over. It just means it needs new concrete foundation. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here. A ground up rebuild, whether it's within the same situation or outside of it because of the forced hand. But we're being told there's potential for growth, Ace of Wands. And you end up in the Nine of Pentacles. Your hard work is paying off. The Nine of Pentacles is one of my health, wealth, vitality, abundance cards, but there's something independent or self-sufficient about it. For some reason, you're the one doing all the work here, Sag. Like I said, even if this isn't a relationship, you're the one that's being asked to initiate the change, like extend the olive branch. Work, career, it feels like you're really carving your path here. Maybe you're going out on your own if you've been made redundant. Maybe this is the ultimatum point of, well, I always wanted to be a consultant, a freelancer, a contractor, or start my own thing. And so here, Akashic Records, the timing lines up, but it's scary. This is self-made success. This could also be your health really increasing in a positive way, your finances increasing in a positive way. There is a real silver lining at the end of this situation. So I would not fear this tower, but it feels like it is necessary and required to position you into the Nine of Pentacles, to make you who you need to be or who you need to become to receive the type of abundance or the type of energy that's meant to be yours. Many Pentacles cards here. Solid, stable, committed, loyal, successful. But I feel like it's been a real journey for you to get here. There's still levels of potential to unlock. The Strength card, there is light at the end of the tunnel, but you're coming out of the tower and your hard work is paying off. So some of you might have been on a real healing journey and there's an opportunity to turn the tables, Six of Pentacles. It's a receivership energy. For others of you, this next work career situation, like I said, you're taking a step up, King of Pentacles, being recognized as a leader. Maybe you are going out on your own. Either way, it is a level up. So there's something here that is destined, and Spirit is saying we're over the timeline. So the tower comes in to force you out of the indecision of the Two of Swords. And it's going to bring harmony in your life. And there's also some kind of soul contract here, whether it's with an employer, whether it's with a job you were supposed to do because it gives you growth, or whether you are moving forward in some kind of relationship. This is written. So Sag, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, hit subscribe. If you'd like to follow up with a personal reading or healing, you can do so. I'll drop the link to my website down below. I also will leave my socials, Instagram and TikTok down there, and you will find the link to my new alignment methodology, the Four Fields method, where I teach a process for deeply and profoundly aligning to the life you truly desire. We measure where you are right now, we envisage where you want to go, and we bridge the gap. And this is the methodology that bridges it through working through all of your four fields of being in your four realms of life. I won't over explain here. I'll let you explore that if you feel the call. The link is down below. Wishing you a wonderful month, and I will see you back here for the weekly tune-ins along the way. Bye for now.